Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Entertainment with Buford and Francis. Today I will cosplay as Francis from the Fairly Odd Parents and be telling the story of 101 Dalmatians. Enjoy the video. Pongo is a Dalmatian that lives in a London bachelor flat with his pet, or in other words his owner, professional songwriter Roger Radcliffe. Bored with bachelor life, Pongo decides to find a wife for Roger and mate for himself. While watching various female dog-human pairs out the window, he spots the perfect couple, a woman named Anita and her female Dalmatian Perdita, or Purdy for short, heading to Regent's Park. He quickly gets Roger out of the house and drags him through the park to arrange a meeting. After an awkward and unusual meeting goes awry, including having accidentally caused both Roger and Anita to fall in a pond, Pongo's plan pays off as they fall in love. 6 months after Roger and Anita and Pongo and Perdita get married, Perdita gives birth to an unexpectedly large litter of 15 puppies. One appears to be stillborn, but Roger is able to revive it by rubbing it in a towel, because of which they name it Lucky. That same night, they are visited by Cruella De Vil, a psychotic and wealthy social parasite known to Anita from their school years. Having shown interest since a previous visit, she offers to buy the entire litter for a large sum, but Roger firmly asserts that the puppies are not for sale, knowing full well her intentions are to slaughter them for their furs. Weeks later, refusing to take no for an answer, Cruella secretly hires 2 thieves named Jasper and Horace to dog-nap them all after they were put to bed having watched a session of TV. Humans try every effort to locate the puppies, but to no avail, and Scotland Yard is unable to find them or prove that Cruella was involved. Pongo and Perdita use the Twilight Bark, normally a canine gossip line, to alert and ask for help from the other dogs in London to locate them. The first 2 to answer the call are the Great Dane and his terrier friend of Hampstead. Soon, the alert is spread all over England. The message reaches the English countryside at Suffolk, where an old hound named Towser receives the message along with Lucy the goose. Towser then sends the message to the farm of a retired cavalry officer, where the colonel, an old sheepdog, resides along with his compatriots, Captain, a retired gray cavalry horse, and Sergeant Tibbs, a tabby cat. After a long-distance conversation with Towser, having him stand by, the colonel and Tibbs find the puppies in a place called Hell Hall, aka the De Vil place, along with others that Cruella had legally purchased from various dog stores. After Tibbs narrowly escapes from the Badens, who were enjoying sandwiches and watching Springtime, though word about the stolen puppies is quickly sent back to London. Upon receiving the message, Pongo and Perdita immediately leave the British capital to retrieve their puppies. Meanwhile, Tibbs overhears Cruella's plan to have the puppies be made into dogskin fur coats, and her ordering Jasper and Horace to kill and skin them that very night out of fear the police will soon find them, despite their protests that the puppies are too small and that there won't be enough fur to make more than 6 coats. In response, Tibbs attempts to rescue them himself while Jasper and Horace are watching the television. They finish their show and come for them before Tibbs can get them out of the house, resulting in a chase from the stairs to the living room. Thankfully, Pongo and Perdita burst through a window just as Jasper and Horace have cornered them and are about to kill them. During a vicious scuffle, Horace has his jacket over his head and is knocked into the lit fireplace, and Jasper gets his pants pulled down by the incensed parents before both cause the ceiling to cave on them, while Colonel and Tibbs guide the puppies from the house to their barn. after a happy reunion with their own puppies. Pongo and Perdita realize there are 84 others with them in Cruella's possession. Shocked after learning of her plans, Pongo and Perdita decide to adopt them all. Certain that Roger and Anita would never reject them, they begin making their way back to London, aided by other animals along the way, including a collie and some cows who give them shelter and food. However, Cruella, Jasper, and Horace are in hot pursuit of them and will stop at nothing to catch them. The Dalmatians arrive in Dinsford, where they are assisted by a black Labrador retriever. Unfortunately, before the Dalmatians can sneak into a van that is bound for London, Cruella, Jasper, and Horace arrive searching for them in order to try and fool them. The Dalmatians cover themselves in soot, so they appear to be black Labrador retrievers. The ruse mostly works, and the family successfully gets nearly all puppies inside the van. However, while Pongo and Purdy are loading the last few puppies in ice strips down and washes off the soot, when Lucky's disguise is washed off by a chunk of snow, Cruella takes notice and sets off after the van just as Pongo tosses Lucky in at the last second and hops himself in to join the others. Jasper and Horace in their truck and Cruella in her car, and in a maniacal rage, follow the van with their dogs inside. Cruella repeatedly attempts to ram it off the road and a cliff, promptly damaging her car. The process, while Jasper and Horace attempt to cut it off from another direction by crashing into it. Jasper almost succeeds in crashing into the van, but just as he is about to do so, a panicked Horace accidentally rips the steering wheel from the truck's dashboard, causing the vehicle to swerve out of control. Because of this, they end up colliding with Cruella and her car, sending both vehicles crashing into a deep ravine. Comically, they are shown to be well among the wreckage of their demolished vehicles, as Cruella screams in anger and frustration and berates Jasper, who finally stands up to her, and Horace for ruining everything. She begins weeping over the loss of both her car and her dream coat as the van drives away. Back in London, Roger and Anita are attempting to celebrate Christmas, and Roger's first big hit, a rather unflattering song about Cruella, but they miss their canine friends. Suddenly, barking is heard outside, and after their nanny opens the door, the house is filled with dogs. After wiping away more of the soot, they are delighted to realize the Dalmatian clan has returned home. They decide to use the money from the song to buy a large house in the country so they can keep all 101 Dalmatians.